everybody. It is Greyhound. How are we doing today? So, I've been kind of off on the sidelines doing a few other things and doing lives and haven't been doing much of my content. So, I thought I would knock out a content video today, talk a little bit about, locks, training, how I like to progress through things going up through the locks. So, most of you are starting off at a white belt lock, similar to this. Master number one. Good lock to start with, right? The masters, or if you want to skip and jump up to the yellow belts, you can go with like these Brinks. Pretty simple, pretty easy locks. Don't feel that way when you first start, so don't feel bad. And then working your way up through the progression. Currently, I am sitting at the blue belt level here, which is a considerably more difficult lock than down here. It's been a fun challenge. So what I like to do is I sit down and I pick locks just for fun, right? And when you're working your way up in difficulty of locks, it's easy to focus and stay here, green belt locks, or here at blue belt locks, because you're like, okay, I've mastered those, I'm moving on. But the thing is, the techniques that you learn on these can turn around and help you out again down here with these. And the things that you did with these do help you in some ways with these. So what I like to do is, as I'm picking, I'll go back and I'll start back at white belts and I'll pick my way back up, pick up through the locks, get up to my level, and then I will swap out tools to a different set of picks. Maybe use different tension wrenches, because every different pick is going to give me different feedback. Every different tension wrench also gives different feedback. So you'll learn a lot by doing that, and it helps keep you a little bit sharper. So when I first started with these locks down here, I was just raking locks. That was all I did, is I raked locks. And I would use this lovely little quad peak rake and these little tension wrenches. And that's what I would do, is I would rake these locks, because they're easier to rake by far. If you can pick up your tool. Don't have any fingernails, so I can't grab things very well. So this is where I started, was raking these locks. There, that one's raked. Key to turn it back. There we go. And this is what I did until I got to orange belt locks. I was raking away. I mean, look at how quick that one rakes. Crazy. I do not have the raking skills to rake this Master 150. I think I've gotten it to open once. I mean, I've seen people that are raking all the way up to these Paclock 98 Pros. I have no idea. I need to work on learning how to do that. But anyway, that's where I started, was raking on these lower end locks. Well, then I got to this. I couldn't rake that lock. So that's where I had to start single pin picking. And that was quite a challenge for me, because I hadn't been doing that. Well, what I have found is, as I've been single pin picking my way up on these other locks, I now know more of what I'm doing, what I'm feeling. Still have a lot to learn. But now I'm able to come back down and single pin pick these locks that I wasn't doing initially. So that has helped me out, right? And again, now by learning this up here and coming back down and doing this here, because these are pretty open keyways, these are a lot more restricted keyways. Oh, come on, you stupid thing. Focus. They're a lot tighter, a lot smaller keyways. I can't use, my big chunky tension wrenches. I can't use my biggest picks. I can. They fit. But it's much easier when you go to a narrower, thinner pick. So that again helps me out on some of the others because now I'm playing with thinner picks, but on locks that are a little bit easier so that as I'm progressing up, I can use those thinner picks on some of the more difficult locks. So I guess what I'm trying to get at here is don't forget where you've come from. Don't forget what has led you down this road to get here. Go back every once in a while and pick up. Oh, I thought I grabbed another tension wrench off. Go back every once in a while. You see, you gotta read these. That is some small print for these old eyes. Whew, buddy. But don't forget to go back and start back down at the lower level. And then the other thing that I'll do is I'll pick my way up, back up in these locks. And then once I've picked through a series of locks, and it doesn't have to be all the way down to the bottom, but I'll pick orange, blue, green locks. Then I'll change it up. I'll grab a different pick. I'll grab a different tension wrench. And I'll pick the same locks back through again, all in one sitting, right? But just keep working away. Because by doing that, I get a different feel for what every lock is telling you. And I like to think it's helping me learn. I don't know that it really is, but that's what I'm trying to do, is work my way up through. Now, for whatever reason, camera shy, right? Can't pick a lock on camera. God forbid that happen. But to me, that is a valuable learning process. It really is. So I'm looking and trying to figure out what to do for more content, where to move forward with this, what to look into for the next bit of training and growth in video. And I'm not sure where to go. So if any of you guys have any ideas of what you would like to see or hear me talk about or do, hey, throw it down there in the chat. Always looking for insights, thoughts. What do you guys like that I'm doing? What do you not like that I'm doing? I know I've been doing a lot of lives. I do a live every weekend. Again, hop into the lives, man. Ask questions. I always have other people in there with me, and generally it's people that are better pickers than I am. So jump on in, ask those questions. That's how you can learn, how you can grow, how you can move ahead, right? Don't be afraid. This is an extremely helpful community. They will jump up and down to help you out. At one point, say, oh, look at this. This is just ridiculous. So I was going to do the Blue Whale Challenge. I was practicing to get myself lined up for that, which was to pick from white to blue belt in one sitting, try and accomplish all of them in under 10 minutes. As you can see the way it's going with this lock today, that would never have happened. But, that's the other thing. Look for some of those competitions that are out there. Not only are they fun and an opportunity to maybe win some cool prizes, some picks, some swag, some whatever it may be that people are giving away in their rollouts, but it's also a good challenge, a good test of your skills, a good test of your abilities, and that just helps keep you sharp. And they are always going on and continually. There are some places that are trying to generate lists of all the different giveaways that are going on. And I don't know what is going on with that lock today. But they're always out there. It's always happening. And where these went, hey, there they are. I was wondering where the keys for this lock went. There, I found them. Part of the problem I've got too much junk laying everywhere. I need to get organized. I need to get cleaned up. But keep an eye on those things. Keep your eyes open. Watch them. Join in. You don't have to be a top-notch picker. There's one going on right now. I think it's Humboldt Picker that's doing one where he wants you to, what is it, to pick a lock, to rake a lock, and to bypass a lock. So like shimming a lock. I do not have any shims, so I'd like to figure out. I'm going to look at that'll be another video. Try and build some shims You can cut them out of pop can metal, I understand. To see if I can try and shim a lock. I've never done that. Be interesting to see how that goes. Again, something to challenge you, right? Something that maybe you don't normally do, haven't tried. Don't be afraid to get in there and do it. That's how you grow and learn, guys, is just getting your hands dirty. Get in there, play, dig, challenge yourself, look at LPU belts. If you're picking this lock and you want to move up, look at their yellow belt listing, see what a lock in there that you can find that would fit that. Don't try and jump from here to here. You may get really frustrated. Maybe your skill level's there. That's fine. But follow your way up because that helps you grow and progress. Whether you want to participate in the belt system or not, doesn't matter. You can still use the resource to see what a next good lock is for you to work on. So, this is another one that it's actually a guttable lock, but it's not a very difficult lock. But it's one I'm going to play with a bit more at some point. This behemoth, the Harbor Freight lock, but I've replaced a core in it. I haven't worked on picking this one since I did that, but that'll be a fun one. Again, like I said, keep your eyes out, keep looking. You'll find ways to challenge yourself. And if you aren't challenging yourself, you aren't going to be moving forward. If all you do is sit and pick that one lock that you've figured out and know how to pick, you're not going to grow, man. You're just not going to. So keep it challenged, keep it lively, and keep it moving forward. But most important, keep it legal. Catch you guys later.